What if I told you that these 7 tips will change your life forever? What if I told you that the people that you see, that you admire, that you envy, you have dreamed that you want to be like them? You see them stand, make presentation, speak, lead a group of people, do amazing things, and you wonder when will it ever be your turn. They have told you are naturally shy, and you have agreed and accepted. I totally get it. I used to be like that. And I know that I traded with some secrets that have brought me this far. Over the course of 9 years, I have trained professional women to use their voice, to stand up for their rights, to speak in front of people. And there are secrets to standing straight and doing well, being recognized, and being applauded. For 9 years consecutively, I have helped career women hold their voice. I have helped them overcome fright, self-esteem issues, emotional issues that take them down beyond the level of competence that they should exhibit. This video, I will give you 7 tips that you require to immediately transform under 24 hours into a confident, effective, communicating speaker. Let us come into the video. Set your goal. If you have a career goal or a confidence goal, it helps you to drive. Many times we don't feel like communicating. A lot of times we really don't feel like doing some things. If you leave anything to feelings, then you will not be able to do it. But when you set clear goals around, I have a presentation to make, let's say you want to pitch a client, or you're going to speak to the board, or you have been given an assignment and you are supposed to feed back to a team. What is your goal for that communication assignment? There will always be different goals. Do you want to persuade? Do you want to entertain? Do you want to educate? Do you want to inform? Or do you just want to tell a story? Now, if you define clearly your goal for communication, you are halfway through to getting it done. Then you will be energized personally to be able to deliver on the information that you're supposed to present. Take for instance, you want to inform the board or inform your colleagues or your team member or your manager on the progress of the work that you have done. You have your report prepared, you're ready, you don't have any issues with typing, getting the report down, you just have a delivery issue. What should you do in that situation? Set a goal. In setting a goal, you will define whether you are going to inform, and at the end of the information, what kind of response you are expecting. Once you've defined that very clearly, that will now help you to do the second thing that I'm going to talk about. I've defined your goal, and your goal is set. Your goal is to entertain. Are you a salesperson? What kind of work are you doing? Do you want to pitch that people should be persuaded to patronize the product or the service that you are offering? You will now set that goal. As long as the goal has been well set and well defined, that alone will give you a psychological adjustment and give you an energy boost to persuade you first that you actually know what you are doing. The second thing you need to do is to visualize. Close your eyes for a moment. You've done the presentation, brilliantly documented, you formatted everything. Close your eyes and ask yourself a question. When I stand in front of the recipient of this report or this program or this speech, what kind of response am I expecting them to give to me? Are you presenting in front of a large audience? Are you expecting them to applaud? Sit back and see the applause through the eyes of your mind. Are you expecting them to send questions or to ask you a lot of questions about the content? Check. In the process of meditating and checking and preparing, you will discover that you would find a way to close the gaps in the report that you have prepared. You will look at it, what kind of likely questions will come out of this presentation or this report. Whether you are talking to one person, your manager, or a group of people, it will be the same method. What response am I expecting from these people? At that season, forget about yourself. Expect that response and visualize it. Then begin to speak to yourself through the eye of your mind that I am presenting and I have persuaded. Use the words in the past tense. I have persuaded and my products have been purchased. Or I have presented this matter to the management. The policy has been taken up. My recommendation has been carried. Do this continuously until you get to a point where your nerves have been totally relaxed. You will have traveled the journey to that experience many times. By the time you're ready to make the presentation, it's almost like you have done it before, again and again. Your mind begins to give you the experience that those discussion and communication had happened and it had happened successfully well. When you feel jittery or you feel like you're not capable, relax, breathe, pause, and do it again. Talk to yourself. If you could stand in front of your phone and see yourself talking to the audience or speaking the what you will have likely spoken about, pick the report, do the same thing, watch yourself speak on camera, assume that you have an audience of one, which is you yourself. That will boost your morale and that will give you the courage that you need to go ahead and make the presentation. Number 3, having learned to set a goal for the communication, you have learned to speak to yourself and to visualize yourself before your audience making a successful presentation. The third thing you need to do, learn the words. Sometimes you want to express yourself. It looks like you are looking for words. At the place of practice, you will know that you really need to get words like synonyms. Find minimum of 4 words about emotions that can express what you feel. Are you trying to express sadness or disappointment that you lost the sale? Or are you trying to express joy? You are elated that you closed the deal, that you signed the document, or that you onboarded a new customer. Are you trying to express an emotion of expectation or high expectation, or you want to give assurance to management that this project will be well done and well delivered? Sit down and analyze. Can I find 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 words, emotional words that can confidently express the way that I feel? For example, you want to tell the management that you've just won a big client. And don't stop at saying I'm happy, I'm excited. You need to find another word. I'm elated. It gives me great pleasure to inform. The more of those words you have in vocabulary, the more ammunitions you have to fight. Because when you miss your line or you forget, you already have your system, your head begins to rearrange and adjust to pick from that pool and the basket of the words that you have already kept right there in your bag. Therefore, get those words. And if you're sad or you want to express disappointment or you have done all that you knew how to do, there are still gaps. Find the right words, different synonyms. I am happy to inform this board that we have done A, B, C, D. However, in the process of getting this done, we realize this disappointingly or unexpectedly or circumstantially. Those are the kind of things that you will use that will pop up the image of your expression before your audience. That is the way to get yourself out of sweaty palms, thinking that you're a failure or that you don't even know what to say. If you have those words ringing in your mind by imagination, randomly your brain will pick the very right one and next to it and next to it and next to it. Because those words have been consciously learned, that means you will have enough to say before your audience. That will stop you from becoming nervous or pausing for too long or using filler words like and so that, because those words have already been created in your memory bank, and that will give you a good, sound, effective, confident communication. Number 4, know your content. Whatever it is you're presenting, whatever it is you want to give out as information, to whoever, settle down. Ensure that you know your content. Let's assume you were presenting and the projector decided to fail. Just anything can happen. Because you have so much relied on electronic support and that support failed can get you jittery. I have been there before. Therefore, know your content, rehearse it, memorize it, find acronyms that will help you to discuss line by line, following through in a logical sequence. It doesn't take a lot of time. I tell you, it's very simple. Just tell yourself a story. Using your part of the body might help you to get that done. You try and find out what is the head of the message. That is the very summary, the very important part of the message. What is the eye of this message? What is the ear of this message? What is the heart of this message? How do I want my audience to feel by the time I'm through with this message? Do I want them to empathize with me for trying and failing? Do I want them to be very happy with me and then give me an applause? Do I want them to be very excited about the progress we have made so far? Am I expecting them to supply me with strength, additional information, or a boost of energy, encouragement, and suggestion on how many things that we could have done better? When you understand that using the path of your body and what you feel your heart should feel, or what your head should feel, or how you feel your body should move, or the kind of eye and expected look from the face of your audience, that alone can give you a remembrance track that will help you to speak without even looking at your note, presentation, or slide. You say, what is the head of the message, which is the summary? What's the eye of the message? By the time my hearers are hearing this message, what kind of emotions do I want them to feel? Do I want their eyebrows lit? Do I want them to feel sorry? Do I want them look, bright and shiny? You define what that is. What kind of heart message do you want them to have? Do you want them to fall in love with this thing so much so that they can commit their money to it? How do you want them to hear the message? You want them to hear this soft, or you want them to hear it loud, or you want them to hear it in a way that it threatens them and that you now provide a solution for the problem that you have previously presented. Once you do that, it will flow naturally with you to get through with your message without missing your line. Number 5 thing that will help you: have a courage ritual. What is a courage ritual? A courage ritual is that thing that you do that boosts your courage, gives you extra dose of confidence. For some people, it's yoga. For other people, it is breathing exercises. For other people, it is mindfulness practice. For some, they just sing. For some, they meditate. For some, they keep quiet for a while. And for some, it could be anything whatsoever. For me, if I'm feeling nervous or I feel I needed to relax in a way, I just hum songs. I sing. So those kind of things, they give you added courage. You're about to enter a meeting that's starting at 11 p.m. At 10:30 or 10 o'clock, you've entered the meeting, settled. Then find out what it is that you can do. For some, it's journaling. Take your jotter, take your Bible, and write. One beautiful thing you can do is to write 5 things you are grateful for in the moment. I mean, you were grateful in the morning when you woke up, but now in this meeting, what are you grateful for? Sometimes I will take my journal before the board meeting starts and write, I'm grateful to be part of this meeting today. I'm grateful that this meeting did not have me excluded in any way. I'm grateful that I have the health to sit here and I'm competent and confident to stand with the board of directors to discuss. What are you grateful for? What exactly are you grateful for? If you're grateful that the presentation you're bringing is going to bring gladness, it will increase the profit of the company, or it will expand the revenue base. That is something to be grateful for. By the time you are writing it, there is a supply of an extra energy, courage, the kind of eagerness that you want to present with will change your mood completely. Just being grateful and writing it down. Sometimes for you, it could be reciting some portion of the Bible, or reciting your religious book or doing something that you usually do regularly. Some people, it will be good for them to have the picture. Once they see the picture of their newborn baby, they are fine. Some it can be the picture of their wife, some it can be anything. Find that thing that when you look at it, when you consider it, it gives you additional courage. It takes you out of your shell. It gives you opportunity to relax. It makes you feel back as a woman, to feel right as human. It makes you remember that you are good, you can do it. It can be that you record something on your phone and you put it to your ears few minutes and say, you can do it, go for it. You can do it, go for it. It can be a picture on your phone. Get a courage ritual. At that moment, before you enter the meeting room or go to discuss with your manager or pitch to the client or talk to your audience, look at that courage ritual. Practice it, do it again. Sing if you have to. Shout if you have to. Jump if you have to. Stretch if you have to. Journal if you have to. By the time you are through, you will know that there is a difference and you will be set and ready to roll. The sixth thing we are talking about next is present yourself as a gift to your audience. And that happens in the realm of imagination. It's different from visualizing when you stand. Imagine someone coming to you and holding a golden ring or a very precious metal or something very expensive. What's your natural response to a very good gift? You got it. How do you react? Let me have you in the comment section. Do you smile when you see a beautiful gift? Do you frown? Do you do you laugh? Or do you cry? What do you do when you are given a precious gift that you love? Let me see how you react in the comment section. Put it down in the comment section. How do you react to a very precious gift that you love? Something you can't say no to. Maybe the food you like to eat, the place you like to go, or the kind of wares and attire that you like to have. Let me know how you feel in the comment section. All right, thank you. Now, so the sixth thing is to visualize your presentation as a gift. You want to give a gift to your audience, a gift of information, a gift of celebration perhaps, or a gift of feedback in terms of the process and the progress of the project. And that's why we said in the first thing, number one, define your goal. All of these 7 steps you're sharing in this video, they don't take a long time at all. When you see yourself giving a gift to your audience, it gives you an assurance that they will meet it with a smile. The eye of your mind begins to see the smile on the faces of your audience. Do you see people who really love a gift and they throw it away? No, they don't. So see yourself as being welcome. Tell yourself, I'm giving a gift to these people and I know they will listen and then they will accept it. By the time you maintain that posture, you will discover that your body begins to send signals into the room. Signals of acceptance, signals of empathy, signals of understanding, signals of life, signals of, signals of support, signals of joy. You begin to see the vibrations in your environment. And that's the kind of energy you are going to attract because you've set the tone right from where you are. The 7th thing to do is to kiss yourself. How does that make you feel? Makes you feel loved? Kiss yourself. You heard me. Kiss yourself. Whether you have started, concluded, or not, kiss yourself. Treat yourself with kindness. Embrace yourself in your mind. All of the adjustments you're going to make to be a better communicator happens in your mind. Love what you have done. Assume you've done it well. Don't sit back and start itemizing the mistakes you believe you have done. I missed my words. Those sentences just come out well. I did not increase the volume of my speech. I saw someone look at me in a different way. Perhaps I didn't say some things correctly. No. We all make mistakes, and most times you're giving yourself allowance to climb the staircase. The next time you do it, you are better. The next time you do it, you are better. The next time you do it, you are better. So be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Kiss yourself. Tell yourself you have done well. Tell yourself that you have just overcome your whole self that used to be shy. You naturally would have sent someone else to do the job, present it, or do one thing or the other, but now you have put yourself forward. Let's even assume that you were asked tough questions. Don't take it to heart too much. Note your improvement points and say, you know what, baby, boy, guy, you have tried. You have tried, and you can only get better from here. And immediately you begin to appreciate yourself and treat yourself with kindness. You begin to feel some relief, and you begin to instruct your body to love that exercise. You begin to tell your space and your environment that you are wired for this. And the next time you do it again, you are better. And then the next time you do it again, you are better. Trust me, people will ask you, what have you done differently? How have you overcome this shyness? How have you overcome this feeling of unworthiness? How have you overcome this feeling of I'm not enough or I don't belong here? All of those feelings of low self-esteem that make it look like you are not wanted in the space where you are supposed to be. These are the 7 tips that will help you to turn yourself around in 24 hours. Till I come your way next week, do what to subscribe to this video. Click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you can get another beautiful video as we produce them. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comment section if this was helpful for you. Let me have a thumbs up and share the link with your friends and families so that they can learn some of those tips. Thank you for stopping by. Till I come your way again, I remain Deborah David.